What's up, everybody? It's Young Black Jedi back again. Yo, the end times are here, and you're gonna want to stay to the end of this because the end times aren't exactly what a lot of the fear-based stuff that we're hearing about, like circulating online, is really about, right? Like the end times really mean that it's the end of a frequency, of an old structure of society and timelines within that old structure of society that are fading away, right? That need to be alchemized into a new frequency. So you're gonna want to stay for this one because the more that we can continue to keep understanding what it means in terms of end times, the more we can be able to start being able to move accordingly, right? We're gonna be able to start navigating and weaving and shifting our way through this transmutation of an old frequency into a new frequency, from an old world to a new world. You know what I'm saying? And the more that we continue to keep tuning into that frequency within ourselves, the more our understanding of this will only develop, right? Because I want to hear in the comments what you guys are thinking. Like, time is just speeding up and it's going by so fast and it's going by so quickly. And the more that I start to see like how much time is just moving forward, just yesterday it was like June, like just last minute it was 4th of July. Like these things are like moving forward very quickly. The concept of time, because the structure of that particular framework of time, right, is no longer sufficient for the anima mundi, the soul of the world, what she is materializing into reality. That structure of time no longer suffices for what we're integrating into, that frequency that I just talked about, that we're integrating into, right? And that really stems from within us, because once we start to raise our frequency, once we start to get to a higher level, once we start to be able to understand the workings of ourselves and our psychology, right, that attunes us to the anima mundi, the soul of the world, right? And then that soul of the world is on its own time. It's on a new clock. It's not on like work from 2 to 11, work from 1 to 8, or whatever the case may be. Like, all that's over with. All that is finished. You guys can see it as much as I can see it here in the world, right? Like, there's no more of that sequence of time that is there's not enough of it. That's why we all start to feel like, well, wait a minute, like there's not enough to like do in a day, right? And comment below if you've gone through that too, because that's how I'm feeling. The more that I continue to awaken, the more that I continue to arise, the more that I continue to keep growing, the more I'm starting to see like, yo, wait a minute, like this is like huge, like a huge shift that we're going into, that we are already integrating into, right? And the more that we can continue to keep really understanding that our frequency is what we are raising, that is the ending of an old world. It's not so much the ending of like the world's gonna burn and it's gonna end. Maybe it could, I have no idea, but more likely than not, that's probably not gonna happen. We need to get more realistic, not realistic as much, but like more spiritually tactical around how we are perceiving the quote unquote end times, right? And spiritually more aware of what's going on within us. That's more what I'm trying to get all of us to understand here, including myself. Like, is let's go deeper within ourselves, right? Let's continue to keep deeper, continue to keep connecting deeper into ourselves, and continue to keep understanding more of what it is that we are doing in our day-to-day life that is going to align us with our desired reality, right? Basically a reality that you and I both know, right? I know you know it just as much as I do, that is not being centered around this time structure any longer. This 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock time is just a meter for any sort of, I heard Dante say it the other day, and I'll double back to it when I remember, but like the time frame of the society that we're living in now, the structure of it, the time frame of the society we're living in now, is no longer adequate to serve the world that we're now integrating into, the frequency that we're now integrating into, right? And then the more I understand this aspect of things, it changes everything a lot, because then I'm now starting to see like, okay, wait a minute, like there is something far deeper, there's something far greater, there's something far more wise that is within all of us, right? That's awakening, right? And let me know what you guys think too in the comments, if that's something that you're going through too, like, because overall I'm starting to really feel like this huge shift out of an old frequency, right, the end times, into a new frequency, a new world, right? That's coming from within myself, right? All these things, honesty, respect, love, compassion, is materializing into my reality, right? That is the materialization of the anima mundi, right? Is that is where the world is pivoting and is shifting to, right? The more that we continue to raise our frequency and connect with loving awareness that is within us and is around us, the more that we were able to start seeing time differently, right? It's a barometer, it's a measurement. Time, that's what Dante was saying. It's just a barometer for how much something has gained over a specific allotted amount of time, right? Not in the context of like go to work from 2 to 11. Like that's not a good barometer for how much you develop. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the more that I'm starting to tune into that and see that, the more I'm like, yeah, well, wait a minute. Like there's a whole nother aspect of things that just is not the same as it once was back in the day. That's why more people want to come out into like nature and spend more time out here, leave their phone away and go do other things, go see music, go spend time with their loved ones. Like that is the time frame we want to get on. That is what the planet is pivoting and integrating us into. The more that we continue to keep aligning and connecting with that, the greater it is of a reality that we will collectively cultivate, right? Versus just being so stuck in this mundane sort of structure, this paradigm of this configuration, right? That's not like it's boxing us all in. It's not allowing for us to really breathe with the anima mundi and the soul of the world. It's not. It's just that's not what it's doing. It's keep. Then you got social media, the distraction of it. I mean, I'm not against it, but if that's the thing, if you're just scrolling away on it, time's also going to go by very fast because then you're not as present, right? God is omnipresent. We want to be omnipresent as much as we can in this time of great shifting and great changing. Like we want to remain as present as possible. That is the key. That is where we get the frequency. That's where we raise our energy. That's where our vibration raises. That's where we start to feel ourselves deeper, and we start to feel ourselves on a whole more holistic level, right? That is what is allowing for us to see time differently, right? And now we're able to start kind of again tactically maneuvering our way through dunya, through matrix, through whatever, however we want to say it, right? And we can now be able to start cultivating our cultivating and materializing our desired reality that is rooted in a more heart-centered place, right? And the more that we can continue to keep seeing that within ourselves, the more the anima mundi awakens within us, which then again it is materializing. Like I know sometimes it can be hard to see even for me. Like and let me know in the comments what you think. I know that some of us have to go to work. I still work at a job. You know, I'm working in healthcare, so it's like sometimes things get the dunya wants it needs it's time. We need to do this, do that, do that. So sometimes we can get blocked from that, right? But the more that we start to resonate with what is deeper within us, right? What it is that we deeply desire, what is it that we deeply love and we cherish, and what makes us feel more whole. I think that that's more of what kind of allows for people like us to get out in the nature and just be more of service to the planet rather than just like, I don't know, just like do something that's not beneficial to the planet or ourselves. And I think that that's where people are starting to really realize that more so, that like people would rather just be outside more and be out here in nature and do other things and be grateful for what they have versus just the mundaneness of this paradigm and this structure that is collapsing, that is falling apart. That's no longer working for all of us. That's really what we're talking about here. It's not working for all of us. Let me know in the comments if it's not working for you. How is it not working for you? What is it that you're doing to keep yourself present and stay omnipresent as much as you can? All right. Comments are needed. I need to hear what you're saying also, and because what you're saying helps me. So that is the most important thing. And then the more we can continue to keep rising above and keep seeing beyond, you know, the pattern of the matrix, the dunya, the world, however you want to call it, it makes room for a much broader horizon, right? Just a higher frequency. Just sitting out here, just watching other people go by. People are just much happier out here. I just seen a bunch of people walk by. One couple just went and walked by. They walk all the way down there. I see them down there. One guy just walked by me, waved to me. Like, people are just much happier out here because this is where people want to be. They just want to be out of that paradigm that boxes us all in. And that's what makes it feel like there's so much going on in the world when there's really not. When you just get outside and just talk to somebody, it's really not like what they're saying. The more you start to connect with nature and thyself, you're like, okay, there's far more to what's actually going on in the 24-hour news cycle. You know what I mean? It's like you can't even keep up with it. It's just I've turned it off. I mean, I'm not really interested. I'm in the know. I'm not gonna say that I ignore it or anything, but I'm not particularly that interested. You know, I'll pay attention to the little stock market, things like that when I need to, and stay aware of what's going on and just being able to move accordingly. But most of it's just very negative, and most of it's just not something that I care to continue to keep listening to as the end of that frequency dies out, actually is alchemized into a new frequency, into a new world, into a new superstructure. That's more where I'm at with all this. Let me know in the comments if that's where you're at too, because, well, we all have a mission that we're on. You know, we're all on this like heroic, altruistic journey for ourselves, just trying to make a better life for ourselves and make a better country and things like that, and do what's necessary to build a better future for ourselves and our family. I think that's really what most people are ultimately trying to attain through whatever it is that they have going on, right? And through that, we can actually just build a better world anyways, right? We can allow these things of the past to integrate and end and build into a new superstructure, into a new world, into new understandings, to new horizons, new possibilities, new capabilities, however you want to say it. That's where I'm starting to see a huge difference in the changing in my world and my reality. And drop in the comments below what's changing in your reality, what is new, and what is something that you are continuously doing to grow and develop in your day-to-day life, right? As these times end and new worlds and timelines begin, all right? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have going on. Want to hear it all. Like, comment, subscribe if you're interested. Let me know what you think. May the force be with you. Peace.